Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today in biology we will discuss thermoregulation. Its definition is maintenance of internal body temperature within a tolerable range is called thermoregulation. Different control systems operate in organisms to cope with that is to face environmental stresses like high temperatures, temperature extremes. Adaptations in plants. Adaptations in plants to face high and low temperatures. Number one, high temperature. What are the effects of high temperature on plants? Plants avoid the extremes of heat in the following ways. They use evaporative cooling to manage with high temperatures. That is, they lose extra heat. During hot and dry weather, it causes water deficiency and resulting in closing of stomata. Picture is shown, stomata open and closed. Most plants have adapted to survive heat stress, just like plants of temperate regions, and they face the stress of heat, high temperature. The cells of these plants synthesize large quantities of special proteins called as heat shock proteins. What is their function? These proteins embrace, surround enzymes and other proteins, thus help to prevent denaturation. As we have discussed that due to high temperature, protein structure is distorted. It is known as denaturation. Protein denaturation is an alteration, change of protein shape due to some external stresses like heat, high temperatures. So they can't perform their functions well. Second is low temperature. Effects of low temperature on plants. At low temperature, the flow of the cell membrane is altered because lipids of the membranes become locked into crystal or crystalline structures, which definitely affects the transport of solutes or salts. The structure of the membrane proteins is also affected. So now what are the adaptations in plants to face low temperatures? Plants respond to cold stress by increasing proportion of unsaturated fatty acids. Now what are these? These unsaturated fatty acids help membranes to maintain the structure at low temperature and preventing crystal formation. This adaptation requires time. Because of this reason, rapid chilling to plants is more stressful than gradual change or drop in air temperature. Effects of freezing temperature on plants. Freezing temperature causes ice crystal formation. The confinement of ice formation around the cell wall in plants doesn't affect as badly and plants survive. That is, due to cell wall they can face stress. However, formation of ice crystals within protoplasm living material perforate membranes, organelles and cause killing of cells. So formation of ice crystal is harmful for them. Plants. Adaptations to freezing temperature by plants. The plants native or local to the cold regions like oaks, maples, roses, they have adapted to bring changes in the salt or solute composition of the cells. These plants cause cytosol, soluble part of cytoplasm, to supercool but without ice formation, although ice crystals may form in the cell walls. Now we will discuss mechanism of temperature maintenance in animals. Body heat gain and loss. Temperature of an animal depends on the following factors. The rate of change of body heat, which in turn depends on the rate of heat production through some metabolic processes, that is production of heat. Transfer of heat between an animal and its environment is done in several ways. Principally infrared thermal radiation or rays direct, and they are reflected sunlight transfers heat into an animal. That is, they gain heat from sunlight. Radiations and evaporation transfer heat out to the environment, that is, they remove extra heat from the body. Temperature classification of animals. Some animals are able to maintain their body temperature, but others are not. So we will discuss them one by one. The animals are classified into the following groups: Kilotherms, cold-blooded, and Homeotherms, warm-blooded. Number one is Kilotherms. Definition is given: these are the animals in which body temperature change more or less with the ambient temperature. Ambient temperature means room temperature or air temperature, where air or water temperatures are changed. Kilotherms do not have ability to maintain their body temperature within a narrow range. They were previously called as cold-blooded animals. That is, they don't have ability to maintain their body temperature. Examples are all invertebrates, fish, amphibians, reptiles are cold-blooded or poikilotherms. Second are homeotherms, warm-blooded animals. Definition is: these are the animals in which body temperature doesn't change with the changing air or water temperatures. So they have the ability to maintain their body temperature within narrow range. Previously they were called as warm-blooded animals. Their examples are birds, mammals, humans, and these are homeotherms. Pictures are given: poikilotherms, cold-blooded animals; homeotherms, warm-blooded animals, and general comparison between cold and warm-blooded.